Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Hey Freddie, how you doing? Freddie Johnson is in the building. Zena is in the building. And then we got Lisa Taylor in the building. Monique Hall. You guys, I know I have been coming on early, but I love to come on early and get it out the way. Because that 3 o'clock is just not working for me. So some of you guys going to have to get used to it. I heard that some people was like, I came by 3 o'clock. You haven't been coming on. That's because we've been coming on about 1 o'clock. So make sure you share, you guys. Share the live and come on in. We are following the case on a missing little boy. He's 7 months old in the California case. His name is Emmanuel. You guys, I've been working on this case. Last night, I worked on it for a little while. And I'm going to share all the updates that we have. We may not be on here long, but still, I'm going to share those updates with you guys. How you guys been doing? Freddie says she been doing fine. Hey, Zena, how you doing? How you doing? Now my daughter's calling. Hold on. Hey, baby, I'm live.
Oh, okay. I was just calling you. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye. And so you guys, Zena said, I'm good. Okay, I will be here for your new time. I understand. Thank you. Just try to come about 1 o'clock, you guys, instead of 3 p.m. 1 o'clock seems like it works for me better than that 3, because on the days that I have to work, it's like, oh my God. And then that way I'll be drained. At least 1 o'clock we can get in. And in that way, we'll just start changing it to 1 o'clock. Is that okay for everybody? So for the people in the back that don't know, it's not going to be 3 p.m. It's going to be 1 o'clock. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing? And we'll just see. We'll just check it out. We'll see what's happening, Anyway, you guys, if you are following the case of the missing boy, Zena said that's okay. If you are following that case, and Freddie, I tried to call you. I needed to try to get I don't know, when we were some information, and maybe you got it, maybe I don't have it anymore, but I'm trying to reach out to somebody, and I don't know if you wrote down anybody's addresses for me, but I'm gonna call you after this live and see if we got the same address or something, because I'm trying to reach somebody, and everybody getting sick doing things and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to make a trip if I can't find the address. Anyway, let me share with you guys. I wrote it all down because this time I was really interested in this case. So some of the updates, if you don't know, a little boy, 7-month-old, came missing on August the 14th. The mother claimed that she was at the park with her other son, and he was playing football, and he left his mouthpiece at home. So she was going to run up to the sporting goods store that's called the Big Five, that was 5 minutes away from the park, and get him another mouthpiece. So when she got, this is her story, as she got to the Big Five parking lot, she smelled her baby, and he had, pooped or peed on himself. So she decided to change him. So she got out of her car, and she put the baby on the seat, and she grabbed the diaper. And then that's when somebody yelled at Ola. Once they yelled Ola, before she can turn around, Rebecca, that's the victim, the alleged victim, says that somebody came behind her and socked her in the eye, and she fell to the floor. Okay? And then she woke up, so she was unconscious. And so she got up and ran into the store and ran around the store. I don't know if she ran around the store first and then she said she ran in the store. But she said the perimeter around the store, and then in the store, she asked the lady, did she see the baby? And the lady said no. Did she see somebody with a baby? And the lady said no. And then she called 911. Now, it's a whole bunch of problems with this story, but you guys, I got some good news for you today. So just hang around. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing? I see you in the building. Got some good news. So the first point that I have here is the ex-wife. Okay. Let me share with you guys the players first. The first player is Rebecca. She's the mama. And Jake is the husband. Okay? So you got to know Rebecca is the one that got hit in the eye and fell to the ground and unconscious, and all she seen was white. and then ran into the store and called 911. And Jake was still at the football game with the other son. Anyway, now let's get into the updates. So one of the first updates is Jake's ex-wife came forward to the police, and she is stating that she was at the football game that day and she did not see Emmanuel at the football practice. She did not see Emmanuel. Okay. That's number one. You guys put in the chat number one. I know that you in here. Number one. Then number two. The parents had called. Y'all, this is a big one. The parents, Rebecca and Jake. I thought if you knocked out, you see black. Hey, I got knocked out. I seen stars and I seen black. I did not see no white. I did not see no white. But I think at the beginning, but to be honest with you, I seen black. I seen stars and I seen black. Okay? Then number two, this is the second thing. And I've got a whole list of stuff, you guys. This is very important that you catch this one. The parents, they're saying that Rebecca and Jake had called the Big Five 2 weeks prior asking did they have surveillance cameras in the parking lot because their car had been broken into, and the manager had told them they did not have cameras in the parking lot. And that right there answered my question. If you guys remember, I said it didn't make sense for her to go to a store not knowing that they didn't have cameras. Like, that would be foolish to go to a store not knowing that they didn't have cameras. Like, that wouldn't make sense to me. Like, why would a woman go to the store, a store of any store? Because normally stores have cameras or some video or surveillance, or they have something up there just in case you rob them. They can get your tag number or know what kind of car you're in or whatever. Okay, but here's the thing, you guys. Remember I said that was stumping me, like either one of them had to work there or know somebody that worked there. But what sense did it make for them to choose the Big Five if they did do this? Because I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. So when this came out, I was like, oh my goodness. For them to have called the Big Five 2 weeks prior asking did they have surveillance cameras is a big red flag. Matter of fact, it ain't even red. It's pretty much like the deepest red ever. I mean, it's like a dark black red. I mean, it's so red. It's like purple red or something. Okay. So not only that, remember we were going over some of the area and I said there was this store that was called Raspado that was across the street. Raspado across the street do have a camera that is facing the Big Five, but they're saying that the camera only shows up to the street. It doesn't, and it might show the beginning of the curve to across the street where the Big Five is at. And I don't know if I downloaded it, but if I didn't download it, I download something, I don't know. But anyway, nevertheless, maybe we can watch that or not. I don't know. I got tired of trying to download everything, but Um, but anyway, not only that, and I want you guys to focus on that because you know that the FBI, if you got a camera and it only shows to the edge of the street or the middle of the street or whatever, to you, it shows that it's going to show a more of a range. But the only way you can get those, they call pixels or something, to come together, FBI can do that and really see. Now, I'm going to share something with you guys also. Here's another big red flag. I know some of you guys knew this, that they have cameras and Ring cameras at their home. And their cameras at home, all the footage of the day before was deleted. All of it was deleted. Now, you have to say to yourself, man, these people are really, really lucky or unlucky to have went to this store, just changing the baby out of nowhere. Somebody knock them in the head, say, hola, take a whole baby. Nobody see, no cameras. And not only that, even at their home, they got no cameras. So we don't know what kids got in the car that day, what kids didn't get in the car. Exactly, Jacqueline. So that's kind of strange, okay? Here's another update. Rebecca was seen at the park without the baby boy, but she had the little girl. Rebecca was seen at the park without the baby boy, but had the little girl. And you know what? When they asked the mother, why nobody seen your baby? Y'all not going to believe what she said. Okay. Is y'all listening? Is you listening? Because you know what? I'm going to have to come back and start showing my face because this baby is one of our babies, you guys. I already feel it in my soul. Emmanuel, we're going to stay on this case. It's going to be good to learn more. It's going to be good to understand how domestic violence happen and how people stay in relationships even though that is deadly. I've got a lot more to share with you guys. But anyway, Rebecca had told the police they didn't see the baby because the baby didn't have his shots. So since the baby didn't have the shots, she would never take the baby out the car. That's why nobody at the park seen the baby. The baby ain't never had his shots. I know you lying. Now that's one of the discrepancies that the police is like, hold on. Now you done had this baby in the hospital, so the baby has his shots. You feel me? I mean, you have the right to say no to the immunization shots. You do have the rights to say no, right? 90% of the people and the women that have the baby, they go ahead and give the baby the shots. I mean, because that's what we're taught. That's what's embedded in our heads. Whether you Spanish or African American, white, Italian, whatever, we have it in our heads. And I'm just being honest with you guys. We're not, it's almost like we're half sheep and we're half people. So we're sheeple. I call us sheeple. We do. The baby, we deliver this baby. We carry the baby for 10 months. Somebody gonna say, SP, we carried the baby for 9 months. Girl, you better go back to school. Okay? Because I thought that too all the way until I got grown. And then I found out, no, you carry that baby 10 months. Okay? Crazy, but it's true. You better ask somebody. Unless you can, unless you deliver earlier and things like that, or you go over, but normally it's 10 months, okay? Somebody say, girl, you don't know what you talking about. You always think you know what you talking. You think you know everything. No, I don't. But I do like to get information, and when I'm inquisitive about something that I was taught something different, I hold on to it because I'm like, I've been told that you only carry a baby 9 months. No, you carry that baby 10 months. Then Zena says, then how did she go into the store to go buy the mouthpiece? Was she going to leave the baby in the car? I don't know, Zena. I do not know. But here is another update. Rebecca is posting pictures on Facebook of let me see here. She's posting pictures that she had taken of herself that was taken on the 6th, trying to convince the people she did not have a black eye. Now, you guys, here's the problem with that. There's a video that is circling around that she is at a funeral that they had just had of a cousin. And I think I've got partial of that video. But she had plenty of makeup on. But they say she got the black eye. I can't remember what I download, so I don't really want to talk about too much because I don't think I downloaded it. But we'll see what I did download. She saying, that's right, SP, 10 months. 10 months to bake. Exactly. Jacqueline says, I'm so happy to be here and catch you live. It's been a while. I usually watch you at work at night because I'm sleeping, but I'm off work this week. All right, Jacqueline. You go, girl. I'm off today, too, and I am enjoying myself. I am. I had Pooh Bear yesterday, and I'm going to go pick him up from school today, and we're just going to be baking some cookies. Anyway, I got my whole day set out. Okay, let me finish up with the updates, you guys. Okay, so another update is Jake has got a lawyer. The lawyer that is helping him on his old cases that he had picked up is helping Jake, but not helping Rebecca. He can't help Jake and Rebecca because, like, that's kind of like a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? So Rebecca doesn't have a lawyer. Jake has a lawyer. Okay? So you already see where this is coming from. Hey, hip hop in history. So the other question is, the other update is Jake's vehicle has been confiscated. They done went and picked it up and they're keeping it. Well, they got it. They still got it. They don't have it. Okay? Because remember, we knew that before, because remember we said they can't leave. They can't go nowhere because they don't have no car because they done took the car. Okay? So here's something else that came out. This is a big one. Are you guys keeping score of all these updates? Because when I find these discrepancies, I want you guys to know that it just don't look good for the baby. and I'm just being honest with you. It just, it really looks like, you know, somebody done something to this baby prior to this August the 14th day. The family claims that they received a tip that someone seen baby Emmanuel, but the police has not checked up on it on the tip. You know, okay, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. You guys sinking all this stuff in. I could take one of these and talk about it for a whole hour, but I just want to share. We've got about 5 more to go, you guys. Oh, yeah. Here's a big update. There's a video. Hey, love this life. How you doing? There's a video of Rebecca that went to the Waterman Discount Mall on August the 3rd, and she had a black swollen eye. And I'm going to say something, and I don't want nobody to get mad. I'm going to say this. I have not seen that video. We're waiting until, I think they said the 20th. Today's the 20th. So maybe it'll come out, the video of her in the store. And they said that the baby was not with her, but the little girl was. The camera shows Rebecca having, on August the 3rd, she already had the black eye. So I'm just wondering something, because, and I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, because I don't never want to victimize someone that has been a victim or that is a victim. You know what I'm saying? That is the worst. You know, when somebody get raped and then we sit there and be like, I don't believe you. And that's why women don't come out and say nothing, because people don't believe what they say. And then they ask them questions like, did you ask for it, or you deserved it, or whatever. So I'm trying not to victimize the victim, you guys. You guys understand what I'm saying? So Freddie says probably couldn't even hardly see out, the eye swollen too bad. But I'm wondering, because the other eye looked like it was blackened at one time and it's done healed. Because if you really look at her picture, both eyes are, one is really black, and then the other one, you can barely see it, but you can tell that eye, was black. So could that be where everybody's mad at her because she had this black eye? She already had a black eye, but now she got another black eye. And, I can go far as to say that, they were saying that there is a camera at that jewelry place on the backside. Okay, I want everybody in here that was on here Monday heard me say that there was a camera. There's a camera. And we were looking at the jewelry store, and they was like, oh, no, it's pointing over here and it's pointing over there. No, and I said, no, there's a camera there, because people put cameras on their stores and on the back of their stores and on the side of their stores. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you only get who's parked in front when they leave that perimeter that you can't see, you may miss a lot of information you might need, like who was parked on the side and which way did they run, and you know, so it's not only people coming into the store, it's people doing things on the outside of the store that the main camera don't catch or didn't catch. You know, it's almost like your house. You can put them at the front door, but if you don't put them on the back door and on the side, or where you could point it down the street where people can come down the street, then only thing you seeing is somebody at the door. What if they don't come through the door? What if they come through the window? Now you just got $400 worth of cameras sitting there, thinking somebody's gonna knock on the door and say, "Hey, I want to come and rob you," right? So no, people have multiple cameras, and they don't cost you no more to have 2-3 more cameras. So this jewelry store, they got a camera, and it is directly pointed where Rebecca was parked at. And I'm telling you guys, they know. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't have it on my notes, but I just remembered it. I can't remember who it was, but there was this group that had put out a $5,000 reward, and then they had recanted the $5,000 reward. And I'm going to tell you something, family. I am. You can, okay, we can pray all we want. Whatever have happened, it has happened, okay? You can't change what has happened, but we can continue to pray, right? But at the end of the day, you have to look at what's going on, right? And normally, when you see they put out a reward, when the police let them put out a reward, and they have probably told them, don't put that reward out there, and then they recant the reward. They take the reward back. That's not good. Normally, why they take the reward back is, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys. You guys, I'm going to say what you can't say or you won't say. Normally, when they take the reward back, they're not looking for a child to be alive. Okay? Some people say, well, it could be because they just know more information. Yeah, that is true. They know more, and they're not going to tell us. Love This Life, she said, yeah, it was a Uvalde group for missing children. But because guess what? Here's the thing. If somebody came to you and say, I'm going to give you $5,000 for this missing kid, let me tell you something. They're not even saying kidnapping. They're saying missing child. She said this child was kidnapped. Pay attention to the poster. It does not say a kidnapped child. It says missing. And I know why they didn't put out the Amber Alert, because she didn't have no visual kind of ID of a person. Was they white? Was they blue? Was they yellow? Was they Spanish? Was they black? Did they have red on, white shoes, black shoes? What kind of car was they in? Did they speed off or whatever? She made it where, her alleged statement made it where they could only question she could say is, this is what I did. I got out the car, put the baby down, put the diaper here, and somebody said, hola. I seen white. I didn't see nothing else. And I woke up on the floor. no ID. They say hola. So you can't go put, so some people were mad because they was like, why they didn't put an Amber Alert out? Okay. How many people say hola? A lot of people say hola. Even not Spanish people, we sometimes we see people and we say hola, you know, being friendly. We might speak to someone that's Spanish or Spanish descent or Mexican or Puerto Rican or whatever. And we say hola. But I'm gonna tell you something. When they and back on, because I just read Freddie's thing. Hey Tina, how you doing? Tina Powers is in the building. Lisa Taylor said, nice to see you, Tina. That really surprised me for them to take that money, that $5,000 away, because you know, I was thinking, you know, they wasn't even they not even asking the community to go out and help look. They're not asking for searches, you guys. Are you guys feeling what I'm saying? So hip hop say, I say hola to other black people. Yeah, I do too. That's why I'm saying, like, I mean, that's a common thing. Like, sometimes we say hi, hello, and sometimes we say hola. Sometimes I say, I even sometimes, you know, like some people that's Muslim or something, they will speak or something, and you know, I would speak to them. And I used to know a lot of uh, the Hebrew language. My ex-husband taught a lot to me, so I would speak more than just hello. But I didn't want to learn it. But you know, he was forcing me to learn it. I can't stand when people try to force me to be something that I'm not. You know, and anyway. Yes, that is one of the main things. The police is not asking for a search. Are you guys understanding? Love This Life is saying a charity will not do that lightly. They have some info that makes them sure that baby isn't here anymore. Exactly. Exactly. So you guys are so I'm just sharing with you guys why there's this black cloud over me right now, like why I'm not feeling really myself. And like I said, you know, um I'm gonna start going back downstairs so you guys will start seeing my face and everything. But I like it upstairs. I just like it because once I get off of here, I can finish cooking. I can run around the house or whatever. I can know who's at the door instead of being downstairs where it's so cold. But I'm gonna go back down there um, because I'm starting to miss you guys. You know, and we got to get back on track. Yes. Anyway, a Salamancan's not spelling correctly. A sal assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam. I didn't know what you was. I thought you was trying to say something else. I thought you was trying to speak some Spanish, girl. She said, I didn't spell it, not spelled correctly. I know what you mean. And you know, and a lot of people, like one time, oh, let me finish with this and then I will share with you guys. Like one time me and my husband was in Texas, and we were out shopping, and some people walked by us. And it's just like I said, my new husband. But so the woman and the guy was walking by us, and they said assalamu alaikum, you know. And we was walking by, and my husband was like, hey. And I said, alaikum assalam. And my husband looked at me and he said, what did you say? I told him, blessings go back to you. Because that's what they're saying. He said, how do you know you said that? I said, I learned a lot of it. When in my first marriage, I learned how to respond to them, and I could have just said assalamu alaikum back to them, but if you say alaikum assalam, that's just saying blessings back to you and many more. And if they want to start talking to you, what they're saying to each other when they're talking, when they first start to communicate, they're just giving, they want to bless they want to bless their brothers and sisters. So that's the first way of greeting them. You just don't come out and just start talking like, where's the next McDonald's at or something. You give them the blessings, and then you start, saying whatever if you need directions or whatever. I'm just letting you guys know that's the formal way of dealing with them. Anyway, the big five employees. Here's another tip, you guys. Here's another update. There is a big five employee says she didn't have a baby with her. The manager asked her about the black eye, and she said she ran into a wall. Now I'm sitting there thinking, that is what I want to talk to you guys about. How can a big five employee says she didn't have a baby? Okay, so we got some of the story mixed up, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Because the only way why the big five employee says she didn't have a baby with her, well, of course she didn't have the baby with her when she ran in the store. Did she go in the store prior to this the call? Because we didn't get that part. When she was given the account for what happened, it seemed like she was given the account that she pulled up, parked the car, took the baby out, got hit, ran in the store and said, my baby missing. So the manager had asked her, she could be in there calling 911, and the manager could have asked her then, how did she get the black eye? And she said she ran into a wall. She said, did y'all know that the baby wasn't there at the funeral? Yes, we know. That's what we talked about that, Tina. You're a little bit late. Then the report that the baby's clothes, listen, there was a report, and I don't believe that this is true, but there was a report that the baby's clothes, I don't believe that this is true, you guys, was recovered from a nearby dumpster. So that is all the new stuff. Oh, something had came up, and I was going to share it. I was trying to read it. Hold on. So the father's car is seized. Oh, missing baby disappears suspicious from the get-go. Oh, a possible sighting of missing 7-month-old Emmanuel reported in, hold on, you guys. So this is what it said. There is a possible sighting of missing 7-month-old Emmanuel reported in Central California. But it is so weird. Sadly, right before the fire started yesterday, right to buy the mouth guard. It's true. Okay, let me see if I can bring something up, because I know I downloaded something. I just don't remember what it was. Oh no, I didn't bring it in. I didn't bring nothing in because it says yesterday. I mean, no, it says Monday. I didn't download no new stuff. Oh. I do want to tell you guys something else. Oh, I got it. I got it. Let me pull it up. You guys, I told you guys I was on this. This is something I want to share with you. Okay, hold on. So somebody anonymously sent this letter to you. Remember that guy I was telling you? It's a Spanish guy, Mexican guy. He has cancer, and he's been reporting all of these things down there on Emmanuel, and he's doing a very good job. But anyway, this is what they said. They said, "Hello, I wanted to reach out to you because I have already contacted authorities. I am waiting for their call back. My daughter and I had an encounter with Emmanuel's mother and his sister the night before he was reported missing on August the 13th in Banning, California, next to Cabazon at Atwell Community Park. She had a black eye already and was very erratic. I'm thinking he could be anywhere near the Banyan, California. No, but I recognize her from the part that was her. Maybe this can help with the investigation. She was there Wednesday night with the 2-year-old daughter, but not the baby. She was at the park the day before, the night before, you guys. Remember what I was telling you? Okay. Now, I wanted to share this with you guys too. So it says that there is an arrest record. Listen, you guys. This is really important. Put a 1 in the chat if you're listening, because you guys gonna get this. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me drink some water here. Okay, thank you, Freddie. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so this is very important that Jake has been in the system from a 2018 arrest while Jake was married to another woman named Vanessa. In the Orange County registration, you can check it out if you go under the Orange County register, okay? On October the 13th, 2018, Jake Haro and Avina, that's Vanessa Avina, had a 10-week-old daughter. She was admitted to Helmet Valley Hospital October, reported to police that the little girl had an acute fractured rib, 6 ribs with healing fractures, a skull fracture, brain hemorrhaging, swelling of the neck, and a fractured leg bone that was healing. Do you know Vanessa and Jake got charged for abusing that baby? The combination of the above findings in a pre-mobile infant in the absence of a plausible history of significant trauma to explain the injuries is indicated of abuse, head trauma. This is the child. Yes, we know, but did you know about the facts that it was his daughter? Did you know the facts of all the fractures? So we heard it was a child. We heard that it was some kind of brain injury. Now we got the facts. The facts is Again, acute fracture rib, six ribs with healing fractures. They beaten that baby. They beaten the baby. Now, I don't know. Vanessa and Jake's attorney that already made a press conference report saying that they're just slandering him. They're saying one side of the story. There was two people that got charged with that. So what? I mean, it's still. Is Vanessa involved in this, baby? Is that what y'all doing? It's just beating babies half to death? Simple Ingredients says she only has 3% of her brain. She says she's a vegetable. I didn't know. I did not know. That is sick. Yeah, so Jake's attorney is the same one from that case. Okay. So, yeah. So I got all the video. SP, if you seen the pictures of the baby, it will make you get all upset. Tina, I am already upset. You know, and you're probably right. I have not seen the pictures of, I don't, I don't think I could take it. And I'm just being honest with you. I don't think I could take it. The child is also on a wheelchair and blind. When I read that she got 6 fractured ribs that was healing, that's one whole side, like somebody just, that's a lot of weight to have to put on a baby. That's one side of your body smashed in. She has 3% of her brain. You know, what makes people want to just harm the kids? Simple Ingredient says her bones were crackling, they said, anytime they moved her. You know, okay, you guys, what do you guys think? I shared everything that I had knew on this case. And yeah, I didn't leave anything out. If anybody got anything that they want to share, you can share. And she has to live with a trach. Yeah, a lot of people live with trachs, though. A lot of people think trachs are not really that bad. They just, it's a lot of, suctioning and all of that. But I mean, the trach part, trying to breathe, I specialize in that. So, it became normal to see kids with trachs, you know. Um, all my little ones had trachs. Miss Tina Powers is in the building. And she says, is it true that Jake's brother died in that house because of rugs? Uh, they no. I heard that there were two people. It was supposed to be a like a they're supposed to be in like a homicide, suicide, and there was two suspicious people, and it was literally Jake and Rebecca. And yeah, the brother did die in that house. Thank you for sharing that, Miss Tina. But they haven't found nobody guilty of anything wrong. I think it was just an overdose of drugs or a suicide of drugs, you know. But you know, people gonna just dig up stuff. People gonna dig up stuff everywhere, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. Because I mean, we want to know, like that's how. Remember when I tell you guys, you know, it's just like you could tell a book by its cover, and some people be like, no, you can't, cause people change it. Yeah, some people do, but normally in the real world, when you want to really look at the real world of things, people can change, but they have to want to change, and it's very rare that they make it out of that change. It's like when you change your life. You know how hard it is, Freddie, Tina, that you're not the same person you was 10 years ago. I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. I'm not the same person. You're not the same person you was 20 years ago. The things you would have done then, you don't do now. You know? And you learn. You learn from your mistakes. Some people don't learn from their mistakes. You know, when you be in a situation, it's almost like you be in a situation. You might be in a relationship and you don't know how to get out of it. And every time that person come around, you either back with them or laying up with them or doing drugs with them or cussing like him or drinking like him, and you had got over it. And then you be like, you know, I ain't going to do that again. And then the next thing you know, here he is. And we're back doing stuff. It's hard to change. I'm just saying. People think it's easy. It's hard. But it can be done. But you got to be willing to let certain things go. You're going to lose a lot of friends. You might even lose a whole relationship. I've lost a lot of friends. But you know what? I don't go looking for them. I don't go looking for them. You know why? Because if it was meant to be my friend forever, for life, people gonna come and they gonna go. They in your life for a certain amount of time. And I don't worry about it. I kind of take the whatever I got out of them, the good, but I know, like my ex-husband, and if you guys think I'm talking about any particular person in here, I'm talking about myself. Okay? Ain't no way in the world I can be with him. Ain't no way in the world. He was going to bring me down if I stayed with him. And I know this. I know it. You know? And I'm going to tell you guys something. You can love somebody, but if you don't love yourself, they will walk all over you. Your bestie friend will walk over you. Your husband will walk over you. I got people in my life right now walk over me and stuff. They just be doing what they want to do. But I tell you what they won't do. They're not going to put their hands on me. I'm not going to let nobody put their hands on me. And if you steal from me, we're going to have another problem. Okay? Because I'm grown. I don't owe nobody no explanation. You know? But I get it when somebody get hit in the eye. I don't laugh at Rebecca. Because I have been there before. You know? Right before I had my kids. I'm telling you. And I thought it was love. I know the guy loved me, but he didn't have to hit me. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, I get friends now, and I'm serious. I'm sharing this with you guys. The reason why I have so much love for myself now that you can't tell me nothing, it's not because I'm hard-headed, because I'm going to live my life. And anybody who don't like it, I don't care who you are. You can be my husband. You can be my kids. You can be my bestie friend. You can be my mama. You can be my brother. I don't care who you are. I'm going to live my life. I have an opinion about something, and I know what I can live with, and I know what I can't live with. But you will not be putting your hands on me, and you definitely ain't going to be hollering and screaming at me. You feel me? You ain't going to be hollering and screaming at me. So some people say, SB, why you stay with your husband? You know what? He don't put his hands on me. He don't holler, scream at me. He don't call me names. He come home every night. That's right. I ain't got to worry about it. Wherever he's at, that's where he's at. If he doing something, he doing it. I tell him this. If he gonna get caught, he gonna get caught. Sooner or later. If God want me to catch him or the devil want me to catch him, he gonna get caught. But I'm not gonna go chasing and running because I don't care. I'm serious, you guys. Do I love him? Yeah, I love him. I'm not in love with nothing but myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's called self-preservation. And you know what? I do feel sorry for Rebecca if Jake, she just might be in a situation where she's scared he's going to do something, kill her or kill the kids or kill himself or whatever. I don't know. With her having a black eye and a healing black eye on the other eye and stuff, she looks like she's scared. But I'm going to tell you something. Zena says, I feel you. That's why there are so many bitter sisters out there. Yes, they bitter. You know what? They be like, girl, you better than me. Yeah, I am. It ain't no I'm better than you. I just know what I'm not going to tolerate, and you know what you're not going to tolerate. You know what I'm saying? What you tolerate is for you, and what I tolerate is for me. Huh. Tina says she had a black eye. I got the video of the funeral, but I didn't see her eye. I didn't see that. They said she had a black eye, but I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And Tina, the same place where you seen the funeral at, That guy, he's supposed to be getting a video of her being at that discount wall store, and we will be able to see a black eye. But even though she may have a black eye, it might be the right eye that's blackened. You know what I'm saying? And now the left eye is blackened. And you can see the healing of the right eye. So you guys know what I'm getting at? Like, she may have had a black eye, but nobody didn't say it was that same right eye. Maybe she did have a black eye, but it was the right side of the face, because that one you can barely see it, but you can tell she had a black eye there at one time. He was like, well, he hit her in the eye one day and probably hit her in the eye the next day. I mean, domestic violence, there's nothing funny about it, you guys. There's nothing funny about it at all. Let me tell you something. Aretha Franklin said, if you want a do-right woman, you got to be a do-right man. Oh, Freddie, come with it. Right, you're right, SP. The same guy that you was watching, I was watching too, girl. He could give us the tea any day. Exactly. I like him. I like him a lot. She probably kept a black eye. Yeah, you could tell. She married this man, and he says they got 6 kids together. Well, they got 2 kids. Rebecca and him got 2 kids. They got the little girl and the little boy. And then they got 6 kids all together. That tells you he's got 4 other kids. You know what I'm saying? And Rebecca's been married before, and he's been married before. So I don't know why he would be just beating on Rebecca. You know, she seemed like she's a very timid woman. You know, like if you told her to get in there and cook, she would cook. You know. And she's not really a small girl. She seems fragile, you know. So, and he's got to be, they said he got a little drug case too. So, that there's drugs involved, and maybe nothing really that bad, but I can see him telling her that he gonna kill himself. He gonna off himself. I can see him telling her that. And maybe you guys, and we're just talking allegedly, but maybe, something got out of hand. And I just don't see Rebecca doing that to her child. I just don't, And I'm not saying that women can't do stuff like that. They can. But if you go with the statistics, it's usually the man is the battered. The one that's doing the battering, the abuse, I'm not saying that men can't get abused, because I've seen women beat men and they won't say a word. They won't tell people. They'll come back with a black eye and they be like, yeah, I got in a bar fight. I fell, or the jackhammer hit me in the eye or whatever, the wrench or whatever. They won't tell the truth that the woman done socked them in the eye. But I tell you what, I done gave some black eyes before. For real, I did. I remember. I'm telling you, the first time, like I said, my daughter's dad, he was very abusive. That's why I told my daughter, you don't want to have nothing to do with that man. That man, I thought he was going to kill me. I got out of that situation. I did not come back. And I think, back in the day, the 70s and the 80s and 90s, men was used of doing that. And now they've got all these laws that will protect a woman. You can get restraining orders. You got safe houses. You can call the police and keep them away. And they would send you to a whole different state sometimes so you can live somewhere else, get you out of town, all kind of stuff. And these women better utilize when they're in this abusive relationship, because I know, he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and you be like, "Oh, now he's giving you attention, and he looking at your eye, and your eye is black." And I ain't never got a black eye or nothing, but I done gave a black eye. I gave two black eyes when shoot, you better ask somebody. Like I said, and here's the thing, you guys, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I can't say this for everybody. It happens, but you'll get out of that relationship, and then the next thing you know, you might get in another relationship, but you'll find another relationship. You'll be in another relationship, and somebody will try to take you back there again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm just telling you what I mean, I just think it just be like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that like it's almost like a magnet. Like you be attracted to that type of person. They're very strong, and or whatever. You might be attracted to the bad boys or something like that. I don't know, but you will attract that another person like that before. Like if you attract one and you stayed in a relationship, then you're gonna attract another one. You're gonna attract at least two. You know? And that one will try to take you there. But if you got away from that first one and don't get in the second one, because I think, and y'all don't get me wrong. I mean, if anybody want to come up on the panel, you can. Let me see. If you guys want to come up on the panel, you can. Let me see. I don't know how to. I can't remember how to do that now. I don't remember how. I don't remember how. Okay, invite. Oh, yeah, there it is. I do it like this. See, I used to didn't know how to do that. But if anybody want to come up on the panel, speak on Emmanuel, you can. But like I said, and I can only share with you guys my situation. Like I said, I didn't jump into one and then jump into another one. I was in that relationship for like 12 years. And it didn't start off like that. Well, hold on. I think it did. I think it did start off like that. But it was very, very little. Oh, we got Freddie up in the building. Hey, Freddie, what's going on?
There, I can hear just shouting in the house what you been saying. Honey.
What's on your mind?
Girl, I'm talking about I got a few tears in my eyes, honey. Because I said she just don't touch everything that's happened in my life. Girl, I know about the the fractured ribs and the bruised lung and black eyes and broken finger, broken arm, broken leg. And they did this to this baby.
Yes, they did it to the baby. So like I was in a relationship. I left home at 14. The first night that I moved into an apartment with him, girl, he threw a screwdriver at me. and the screwdriver was one of those flathead screwdrivers, but it was one of them big long 12-inch screwdrivers. Girl, but the sharp part didn't hit. It hit me in the stomach, but it was the handle part hit me in the stomach. But you think, I thought to myself, I mean, he scared the heck out of me when he did it, like he was throwing a knife. And I said to myself, this ninja just tried to kill me. I didn't never want to make him mad. And then after that, it just like I knew once a week I was gonna get my butt whooped.
And you knew what day and what time that
Yeah,
morning when you got up, what he was doing, and you're like, oh, I got to fight.
yeah. You be like, oh, I'm gonna make sure the dishes washed, the clothes is done, and and I'm gonna get over here, because it's gonna happen sooner or later. Like you don't even want to have conversation.
No, none of it. I'm talking about, but see, I'm a fighter too, honey. I had to fight for my life a few times.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. But I'm gonna tell you, I fought 2 fights. Like I would never fight him, and I took it for like 12 years. 12 years. Because I
Mm-hmm.
will, you got to think the first four, I couldn't go nowhere because I was underage.
Yeah,
So then I got used to it. Then he went to jail. He went to prison for 5 years. So you got to take five from that. So you know what I'm saying. So, but girl, he was choking me until shoot, I seen stars and I kicked him through a glass window.
girl, I've been choking to my chest by my neck. Was like, you know how you pop those air bubbles on when they pack stuff for the mail?
Yeah,
That's yeah, I was. In the doctors, they had a class on me, girl. They brought a class in there to show them what happens when someone do survive being choked.
yeah. So yeah, and but it takes a lot for a woman to leave. It
That
takes a
was
lot. She don't want to get him in trouble,
mm-hmm.
you know. And then she's probably looking at I got 2 kids by him and my family looking at me, and you know, she don't want to get nobody involved and get him hurt.
Yeah,
That's the main thing right there because I got a lot of brothers, but girl, I wouldn't tell them nothing.
girl, because I tell you that person wouldn't have been living now. She wouldn't have
Yeah,
been alive.
yeah, somebody's gonna get hurt.
That's what happened to me, honey. The men in my family got together, honey, and I ain't have no more problems out of it.
Yeah, I didn't want to get I just didn't want to get nobody hurt. So I wouldn't tell nobody, but girl, when he choked me, because he never had choked me, he always would hit me, but he would hit me, on my legs or my back and my stomach area where clothes be on, where I
Well,
can't wear
nobody
shorts.
can see. Yeah, yeah.
He did never hit me in the face or nothing like that.
Wow.
Girl,
That's when I was like, I just know. And like I've been up here crying because I said, yes, baby. I mean, went through all this and I'm a adult. And you know what I told you what happened to me? That everybody thought that I was kicking them to the curb, but I had to take time out to know me, to love me, and to be happy as me who I am.
yeah.
And I spent a lot of time with the Lord and still do. That was the only way that I've been making it with Him.
Because that person is not going to change. They don't want to. They have control issues.
Yes.
And they want you to be under their control.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, you can't even like my situation, you can't even look at somebody or somebody look at you. And then they're gonna tell you're gonna get it when you get home.
Yeah, and even if somebody just speak to you, smile, girl. I don't know that name. I know who that. Yes, you do. I'm gonna have to hang up, girl, because one of the puppies back there just crying, honey.
All right. All
Okay,
right.
love y'all. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank Miss Freddie for coming on. She was sharing some of her experiences. You guys, I tell you guys all the time, you know, I don't know everything. I've never told anybody I know everything. I know what I've went through, and I know what I ain't gonna go through ever again. Just not gonna do it. You can yell at me the wrong way, and I'm out. I'm done. Like, we're not finna sit here and just cuss each other out. We just not gonna do that. And so, because the best, I think love, like like, you just have to sometimes bite your tongue. My mother always told me, the only time you need to put your hands on a man is if he put his hands on you. But other than that, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. You can't start something you can't finish. So I don't think Rebecca is the type of woman that started stuff. I think, and this is just my opinion, and I can have an opinion, you guys. This is my opinion. I think that, Jake is abusive, and he done something because he has a record. It's almost just like the bank. And you guys, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't believe in statistics shows you how things happen and how they won't happen. It's just like, if you've got 5 bills that you have not paid, you have not paid your water bill, they cut your water off. You never paid your water bill, you cannot go to the bank asking them. Well, you can go and ask them for a loan. Will they give you one? No. They're going to look at your credit score that shows that you don't pay your bills or you don't pay them on time. It's just consistent history. And they know that you're not a good person to give money to, And it's true. And I'm going to tell you another little secret that a lot of people, especially black women, and I'm just saying, they don't know that all it takes for you to buy a house is to pay your bills and have a job. You can buy a house. You can buy a house. You guys, some of you are at that age and you like, I want to own a house. Well, that's all you got to do. Go to Trans American Union or whatever it's called, the credit thing, and look up what you owe. Send them a letter saying that you don't owe them, or you want the original, bill, which 90% of the time they can't find, so they're gonna have to take it off, and they have to answer that letter in 30 days, so you can get a lot of that stuff off of there, and then pay that stuff off. You got a medical bill, $500, pay it. Pay them in increments. Send them $100. Send them $50. Send them a money order and keep the receipts. And then pay it. And then just have worked your job for at least 1 to 2 years. And then go in there and walk in there and buy your house. That's all it takes. People be like, oh, I'm going to write up this and I'm going to write up that and this. I'm going to have to do this and I'm going to do that. That's all it takes. And you really don't even have to do that if you really want something like a structure or foundation. You can just go to one of the city auctions and buy you one for 10, 20, 30,000 all day long. Well, you're going to need cash, but if you save, $500 a month, saving about $100 a week, you can do it. Sometimes you quit smoking, you can do it. Quit going out and eat, you can do it. But I'm just saying, they seem like Rebecca and Jake has a big house. And I don't know what kind of work she does. I wonder if Tina knows what kind of work Jake does. I know Jake was working at Walmart, and I don't know what kind of work that Rebecca does, but they have a big piece of land theirs out there, you know. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Anyway, you guys, that's all the updates that I have for you guys for today. It's right at the beginning. We talked about it. She says, I don't know what Jake and Rebecca does. Somebody is in real estate. I don't know who. You don't know? Yeah. That would, I would like to know that information. So I'll be looking to try to find that. And like I said, they were saying something about some new information. I wanted to bring it up. Let me bring it up before I get off of here. I'm just going to bring it up. Here it is right here. Oh, it ain't even a video. Yeah, let's see here.
There are new details with another local case now making national headlines, many asking, where is baby Emmanuel?
Tomorrow marks 1 week since that child's mother claimed she was attacked in a parking lot and her child taken. Investigators said there are inconsistencies in her story, though. Now, new this morning, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says it is aware of a possible sighting of Emmanuel in Kern County. We're also now learning the vehicle of the child's father, Jake Haro, was seized by investigators, and he turned over his cell phone. His attorney issued a statement last night saying Jake Haro is fully cooperating with law enforcement and investigators.
And all this happening as a massive fire breaks out at a home on the same block as where the Haros live. At this point, investigators say there's no connection to the missing child and the location appears to be a coincidence. But CAL FIRE arson investigators are now working the scene.
Wow. You guys hear that? She said, oh my God, SP, it's a war on our beautiful children. Yeah, it is. I'm doing great. I got here late. I will have to hit the replay. Yeah, it's at the beginning, Catherine. So you don't have to. It's in the first 20 minutes. And then we were just talking about, domestic violence and stuff. So that's kind of interesting, too, that they said that on the same block that Rebecca and Jake lived on, there was a huge fire, and it's just a coincidence. That's kind of weird, though. It's a coincidence, but it's a fire. I don't know. All these coincidences tripping me out. What do y'all think? Do y'all think it's a coincidence? I don't know. I don't know about no coincidence. Jacqueline says, Tina Pals, I agree with you. Loving a man over their own children. Sick. Hey, it was 2 homeless people that set that house on fire. I don't know, Tina. Freddie said, makes you wonder. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, And remember I told you guys that it was allegedly, so when I heard that there was a possible sighting of Emmanuel, They sound like it was some hope there. Why would the news come out and say that? You know, sometimes they say stuff like that so that the people like Rebecca and Jake won't leave or run or go anywhere. And they's like, how can they go anywhere? We don't got no car. We got no way to look for our baby. You wasn't looking, y'all was standing in the parking lot. You wasn't looking for no baby. Where did you look at? Y'all was standing in the parking lot. Do you not know? Let me explain something to you guys. Think about what I'm saying real quick. And I'm going to get off of here. If my child is missing, if you want to talk to me, guess what? You can't tell me somebody's going to look harder than I'm going to look. So I need to go to the police station. I've done told you everything I need to tell you. And when I get done looking and I can't find or whatever, I will go to the police station. But right now, we need to look under every pebble, every straw, every car, knock on every door, not stand in the parking lot. I'll be walking up. You'll be asking me questions while I'm walking door to door. I'll be asking people, stopping cars, please help me find my child. Because trust and believe, my child came up missing one time. Okay, what do he look like? Yeah, brown little boy, brown hair. 2 years old. I think he was 2 or 3. And trust and believe, you wasn't putting me in no car, taking me somewhere, and everybody else look. You're not putting me nowhere. Go in the house and go search any and everything. I don't care what you find in there. I don't care. Look. And I know it can happen to anybody. But to hit me in the head and I see nothing but white. Tina said, I would move hell and high water to find my. Oh my God. It is the most scariest feeling in the world. Because you're thinking, only thing you're thinking about is how stupid you are. How did it happen? You ain't even worried about going to jail because you already feel guilty enough to go to jail. You done lost your child. You done lost the whole baby on your watch. That's why, you guys, I tell you guys all the time, the streets are not for me. When you have kids, streets are not for me. Friends are not for me. I'm not coming over to your house because I don't know what you got over there where they can get into or who's touching who and all that other stuff. I ain't got time to play. You to explain to me and get all huffy puffy. I'll stay over here. You stay over there. And I did start dating and had my friend stay over. Oh, the baby sleep in the bed. I'm going to go take my daughter to school. And the school is right up the street. And I take her to school, drop her off, come back. And I go, first thing I do is go check to see what, my baby in the bed. So I'm like, oh, he's not in the bed. He must be in there with my boyfriend. I go in there. He's not in the bedroom with him. I'm like, hey, where's the baby? He was like, I don't know. He came in here and said, mama, and ran on out the door. I said, ran out the front door or did he said, I don't know. He just ran out the bedroom. And all I seen was like, oh my God. So yeah, I went around the house screaming and calling his name. Don't see nothing. See his shoes sitting there in the corner. Baby don't have a coat on, nothing. Call 911. Then call my mom because I need help. Police get there. They're like, what he got on? He got his pajamas on. I don't even know what color pajamas. He got his pajamas on. He's got a onesie zip up, pajama on with the footies on them, but which ones, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't remember. And they secured the block and start looking. It just so happened that my son ran out the door and was going up the street, and one of the neighbors seen him and seen that he was trying to, he seen the car and he was trying to, you know, chase me down in the car. I mean, chase the car down. And I didn't look back. So I know it can happen. So, but her story, it can happen, you guys. I've been hit in the jaw, my whole jaw, all my teeth broken. People do hit you and you will get knocked out. It can happen, but I don't think people want to just come and hit somebody and take their kid. Because that wouldn't be probably a woman. That probably would be a man that would have to hit you. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I think about this situation that Rebecca's trying to get us to believe. And like I said, I've been knocked out, seen stars. I didn't see white, though. I did not see white. But I sure had a broken jaw and had broken teeth to prove it. And the police didn't believe me. They didn't believe me. Said the man was dragging me to the car. When I woke up, he was dragging me to the car. And I couldn't tell you for the day. Only thing I know, I was kicking and screaming and fighting and somehow broke loose. You guys, I done told y'all that story so many times. So it's traumatizing. It's not going to never leave. That's why I do what I do. That's why I tell you, if there's one person in here, 10, 20, maybe you guys listen, because there's cuckoos out there and they're waiting. They're waiting for, that's why your mom tells you, or, you don't never need to be in the dark. Have your keys ready when you walk into the car. It can be daylight. It could be almost daylight or whatever. Just everybody busy, but nobody's paying attention. And one thing I have a problem with, and I do, because I might believe that I'm in a safe area, but my husband tells me all the time, you need to be locking that door. I had a little kid run into my house one day, running from a person. A little white boy ran right on into my house. We're sitting there watching TV, and here's this little boy I've never seen before run right into the house, run right in the door, and grabs me and say, he chasing me. And shoot, I didn't know what we were finna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking to myself, now this kid done got me into something. I don't know what's going on. Shut the door, lock the door, let me go get Roscoe. Because I got two. I got Pete Coltrane and I got Roscoe. You want the 9 or the 360? Pick your pick. Whichever one, it doesn't matter to me. Oh, I shoot very well. And the man came to my door. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Where's that kid at? I was like, you better get away from my door right now. He was like, that kid was throwing rocks at my car. I don't care. I'm calling 911. Get off of my property. That's what you need to do right now. You have to talk to his parents. You ain't even come. Don't even get off my property, because my kids are scared. I had told the kids to go downstairs and get underneath the bed. That's what I told them to do, and they went and did it too. The little white boy did it too. And you know what? For the life of me, I can't tell you. I never seen that kid again. Never seen the kid again. That's crazy. My kids will tell you, They say, Mama, you remember when that little white boy come running in the house? It's like we all had to hide, and you was like, shoot, Mama Bear got prepared. You ain't finna get none of these kids, mine or this little white one here. Whew. But it did end well, you guys. It just ended well. That's why I tell people all the time, like, listen, we need to stop, with all the racist stuff, because at the end of the day, we're human. You understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter, like, you're dark, you're brown, you're yellow, you're white, red, whatever. It don't matter. It's, you know what I'm saying, you guys? God, we need to love one another. I'm just letting you guys know. And shoot, I wasn't trying to. I wouldn't have closed the door on the kid, even if I seen the kid running. I would have told him, "Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on." I would have done that, but that wasn't the case. The case was, boom, he just ran right into the house, and there I was. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I like my Spanish community. I really do. I told you, you guys, I got some nephews that don't even speak no English, really. They straight from the border. You know what I'm saying? They just straight from the border, but whatever. Oh, Lord. Okay, you guys, we're going to get off of here. I will see you guys Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. We will be coming on. Make sure you guys set your clocks to 1 p.m. Central Time, and we'll have our face in the place. Bye.